In this video, we shall see what is euphemistic words. Euphemistic words using an inoffensive words in the place of an offensive words. Here, offensive are the words which will hurt somebody, which will make them sad. No, those words we say offensive words. Instead of using those offensive words, if we use inoffensive words which will never hurt anybody, those words we say it is euphemistic words. And there's another definition. The term euphemism refers to polite, indirect expressions. So these words are very polite and indirect expressions that replaces the words or phrases that is very harsh or impolite. The words which will hurt somebody are harsh, we used to say, and those words will be very unpleasant. It will make others feel sad, or it will make others negative impressions, that and all. So those words which can be and there's another definition. The term euphemism refers to polite, indirect expressions. So these words are very polite and indirect expressions that replaces the words or phrases that is very harsh or impolite. The words which will hurt somebody are harsh, we used to say, and those words will be very unpleasant. It will make others feel sad, or it will make others negative impressions, that and all. So those words which can be replaced by a kind of word is called euphemism words. So here an example is given. Instead of saying a person is old, we shall use the word which is senior citizen. Common euphemisms given here. Unemployed, instead of saying a person is not going to any job, we can say it is between jobs. Instead of saying old, we can use over the hill. Already we saw a word for old, that is senior citizen. Enjoying your life, your retired life. After retirement, there's a life, na? For that, instead of saying enjoying your retired life, we shall say staying on a tractor. Died, if instead of saying a word died, we can use passed away. Stupid, we can use the other word for stupid as intellectually challenged. Slow learners, the persons who used to read, who used to learn something new things very slowly, those kids can be called as late bloomers. Still more words are given here. Deaf or hard to hear, a person who can't hear, unable to hear, those persons we used to say deaf. Na? Instead of saying deaf, we can use hearing impaired. And mentally ill, a person who is mentally suffering illness, instead of saying them like that, mental, we can use the word intellectually impaired. Persons who are very fat, instead of saying them fat, we can use the word big boned. Blind, a person who can't see is a blind, no? For that word we can use visually impaired. Liar, a person who says lies, we can say spinning a yarn. Here sentences are given and they have asked us to change the words into euphemistic words. First one, the culprit was sent to jail. Instead of saying jail, we can say it is a rehabilitation center where their life can be rehabilitated. And next one, Dheeraj is unemployed. Instead of saying he's not going to any job, we can use he's between jobs. I saw a disabled person, a person who is who is not able to do something. Either his arms or legs will be unable to function. Those we say disabled man. Instead of saying disabled, we can use differently abled. Subsidies are given to the poor. Instead of saying poor, we can use underprivileged. Ilambardi has a second-hand car. We used to say second hand, it's a second hand, no? And many things we used to purchase sometimes like that. So instead of saying second hand, we can use the other word pre-owned.